Assalamualaikum and a very good morning, my dear friends. Let me introduce myself. I'm NOOR ALANIS Bicara, a pupil of Year 5 of Sekolah KEBANGSAAN BANDAR PUTRA SEGAMAT Johor. Kids spend time reading as an alternative to screen time by Jeff Kinney. I agree with this advice since children nowadays are exposed to various gadgets with attractive visuals. Children have to spend some of their time to read books for interesting stories, information, and many more. I love reading because it can reduce stress. It allows me to learn new things and help me grow to a better person. I always challenge and motivate myself to read a book when I can watch a movie, listen to an audiobook, or watch a YouTube video summary instead. Therefore, I would like to share with you a fun and adventure graphic novel which is suitable for children. The title of the book is The 39-Story Treehouse. The novel is written by Andy Griffith and illustrated by Terry Denton. It was first published in the United States by Fable and Friends. It has 344 pages full of entries and drawings pertaining to the entries. If you are interested to have one of the books, you may get it at the popular bookstore nearby you with a price of 24 ringgit and 50 cents. Dear friends, let's start to know the story in this book. The book is set in Australia about two young boys and their adventures living in a 39-story treehouse. Ironically, the two characters in the story are named Andy and Terry. Andy and Terry live in an extraordinary treehouse. It is 39 levels with a new one being built. It has many fun places, such as a chocolate waterfall, roller coaster, opera house, x-ray room, etc. Andy and Terry like to write books together. Andy is the author, Terry is the illustrator. Their publisher is Mr. Big Nose, who calls them when they are starting chapter 2 of each book they write. Andy and Terry have written hundreds of books together, and Terry was the creative one of the pair. He was secretly building the 39th level, and he hadn't given Andy any clue on what was out there. He was creating a book writing machine called the Once Upon a Time machine. Andy and Terry spent a lot of time working on their books. Every now and then, their deadline is tight, and they need a little help in getting the book written and illustrated. The Once Upon a Time machine was created to help them finish their books by the deadline created by Mr. Big Nose. Their most recent book had a short deadline, so Andy and Terry used the Once Upon a Time machine to help them write their latest book. The machine has many options which allow them to choose the book line, characters, setting, plot, etc. The machine could them 8 hours to write the book. In order to start the machine, Terry has to put his big toe in the big toe recognition security feature. Once the machine has started, Andy and Terry decide to do something fun with the free time gifted by the machine. Andy and Terry play in the treehouse until they are bounced out. Once they come back to the treehouse, they try to get in, but the machine heard them saying that they changed their mind and want to finish the book themselves. The machine slapped them away so they couldn't come back to the treehouse. The machine locked them out. Their friend Jill comes over and invites them to her house. Jill has a lot of animals though, and Andy and Terry don't get to eat or sleep because the animals eat all the food and sleep on the bed with them. They decide to find Professor Stupido, who uninvents things he doesn't like. He was sent to the dark side of the moon because he was upsetting people by uninventing things he doesn't like. They ask him to uninvent the Once Upon a Time machine. Once they come back to the treehouse, he uninvents the machine. He then goes on a rampage, uninventing the other 38 stories, the treehouse, the Earth, then the galaxy. Andy and Terry come up with a plan for Professor Stupido to uninvent himself, so he would go away. Once Mr. Stupido is gone, Terry offers to redraw everything that was uninvented. He starts to redraw the galaxy, the universe, and the planet. He then moves on to drawing everything back the way it was, including the treehouse. Andy notices that Terry has redrawn the Once Upon a Time machine. He asks Terry why he would do such a thing, after all the trouble they had in getting rid of it. Terry states that he didn't redraw it, but it must have redrawn itself. They notice papers on the machine. They pull out the papers and begin to read the story. The story is a replication of what happened earlier in the book. They then realize the machine has been stolen. Andy isn't worried because he knows that the machine cannot be started due to the picture recognition security feature. The machine ends up exploding in the bandit's hands. In the end, the machine has caused them more trouble than if they had written and illustrated the book themselves. Dear friends, as a conclusion, many things in life need time and effort. Taking shortcuts to attain your dreams and goals may work once, twice, or constantly. However, you will lose something in the process. That's all from me. Thank you for lending your attention.